More unboxing? Is this my existence now? Why?
Why should you buy Pathfinder Crown of Fangs, the latest Pathfinder Battles miniature set? Well, let's take a look at some of these bad boys and see. First, out of the box, not a bad miniature. I actually have no idea what that monster is supposed to be. It might be something. A dog, a very useful miniature. You don't actually see too many dogs that aren't Manstiffs. I believe this is a Grey Maiden Commander, a nice miniature. We have a halfling farmer slash rogue. What else we got here? We have an interesting bit of terrain here. It's a very interesting thing. If you notice, like, it has a little chocobo. So I'm not sure what this arcane statue is supposed to be, but that is clearly a chocobo. So I don't know what's going on with that. We have kind of a crusader type person. We've got a boy here with a very bad paint job. I will definitely have to touch that up. And finally we have a nice rubbery owlbear reincarnated, revived, undead owlbear skeleton. Pretty awesome. A monstrous zombie, to be sure. We have an interesting demon. I'll take a look at that later. We have some interesting red mantis assassin people. We have some skeleton dudes. We have an altar type thing. It's kind of a dais, something like that. Not the greatest detail on that. I'm looking more in detail at the big demon here. Definitely very impressive. It's got little maggots crawling out of him. I might actually repaint that and get the audio a little bit better. Ooh, we got a female red mantis assassin. Pretty cool. We have a ghast thing here. That could be used for many uses. Another halfling. We have a well miniature. Now, I was a little bit torn on this. I like the translucent effects. As you all know, when you're making your own miniature, sometimes it's a pain to get decent translucent effects. But it's not, I mean, it looks kind of interesting, but, you know, I don't know how much use I'm going to get out of there. I already have a well mini. A female red mantis. We have the queen miniature, which later on we'll see the version of this miniature that's sitting down. Not the greatest paint job, but, you know, I like the pose. It's different than you would see with most miniatures like this. Another crusader type miniature. Reclaimer squire knight person. And yes, another undead owlbear. I love this miniature. I am very glad I got two of them. Super jazzed about that. So a decent pull of that. Next, I'm going to take a quick look at the Crown of Thorns incentive. Now, I was very happy with the owlbear zombies, but let's see what we get when I open up the Crown of Fangs premium figure, which is actually more of a set of miniatures than a single miniature. A little bit disappointed. I didn't think this was up to par with their... I mean, the one that they did with the wagon set for D&D was much more interesting than this. And much more useful. I don't know how many scenes you actually will have in an area like this. Maybe more than you think. Oh my god. Who wouldn't trust that smile? Some interesting little turkey miniatures. The thrones themselves. Somewhat interesting. Not exactly the greatest paint job on either of them. I like the chairs. You can't really get chairs like that out of a Hearst Arts mold. We have this scholar type gentleman here, and I love the detail in his book. It's clear he's been researching some sort of flesh golem or something like that, or perhaps just anatomy. These are bog simple. I like the translucent effect on the torches. This was interesting. It's fairly fancy. It's definitely not a bog standard headsman. And we have these, which apparently are so you can kind of put the miniatures down more securely. But yeah, no, you don't actually need it. These are secure, they'll stand upright. So I'm not sure what the purpose is for those things. It has to be for the pillars. There's nothing else that they would fit. And speaking of fitting, once you're done, you can actually smash all this stuff back into the box fairly easily with its tiny little package of mini miniatures and put it back in the box for storage, which is convenient and nice. Overall, I'd get an average review for this. It's a decent miniature set. Ooh! Terrifying.